Reiki, past life regression, and so much more. All practitioners offer something unique to help you. You can pre-book practitioners before going to the event and even possibly win a gift basket by visiting 5 or more practitioners at the fair. Also, if you pre-book and prepay for a 30-minute session, you get a weekend pass for Maria's classes for free, normally a $59 value. And the first 25 people who show up Saturday and Sunday will get a free gift bag. Charvinity Psychic and Healing Fair is May 18th and 19th at the Doubletree by Hilton, Minneapolis Airport, 9 to 5 both days. It's only $10 to get in. Visit charvinityfairs.com for all the details.
If you own a holistic or metaphysical business and are looking to expand, then you need to be listed on metamorphosisconnections.com. It's a network where you can grow with like-minded practitioners and reach new clients. Metamorphosisconnections.com is an online directory you need to list yourself and your business. Our platform makes it easy for you to create listings of your products and services, and you can also choose to list your classes, events, and so much more. Metamorphosisconnections.com helps you create weekly and monthly promotional ads targeted towards your potential clients and promotes them for you via social media and newsletter. There are clients searching for your specialty right now. Let us help them find you. Start your listing today so you can share your own unique gifts and talents by finding the level of membership that best fits your needs. Let us help you reach your clients that are searching for what you do. Visit metamorphosisconnections.com and sign up today.
With your AM 950 weather, I'm Brett Johnson. Look for partly cloudy skies tonight with a low around 49, Wednesday sunny with a high near 70, and Thursday sunny with a high around 64. Ditch the ordinary. Transform your meals with Vinaigrette's premium oils and vinegars. From extra virgin olive oils to white balsamic vinegars and wine vinegars, they've had you covered since 2009. Family owned and located at 50th and Xerxes. Explore their offerings at vinaigrettemn.com. Elevate your taste with Vinaigrette.
Portions of the following program may be pre-recorded.
The views expressed and the opinions given by the individual host, guest, random reptoid, or chupacabra may not necessarily reflect those of AM 950 Radio, its affiliates, or its sponsors. Now, it's time to step into the unknown. There are things people experience but never talk about. A shadow moving in the corner, flickering of the lights, a disembodied voice. We invite you to talk with us. Share your story, share your experience, because this isn't just your story. This is our story. This is Ghostbox Radio with Greg Bakken.
And this is Ghostbox Radio on AM 950, where every night we talk about the paranormal, ufology, Bigfoot, and so much more. My name is Greg Bakken. Thank you for joining me on this Tuesday evening. This is the first live show I've done since we were out in Atchison last Friday night, and we're gonna talk about that a little bit tonight as well. But I just want to thank everybody for joining. I also want to thank everyone for kind of putting up with the technical difficulties we had last week, and I truly believe that was spirit. I really do. And I know that's kind of the whole the excuse when things don't go right, you blame it on everything except yourself. But I do believe that was something, and that was a lot of fun. I really want to do a shout out to Adam, who kept things going while we were kind of going in and out of consciousness and just keeping the show on the road there and keeping us on the air. I appreciate that very much. That's pretty awesome. So thank you for that very much. Tonight, I really wanted to bring in my dear friend who you may have seen on other radio shows, such as this one, Miss Char Savoy, who is the owner of both Charvinity and of the Metamorphosis Connection. And we are going to be talking tonight about the Charvinity Psychic and Healing Fair, which is going on the same time as the Maria Shaw Minneapolis Convention. This is something that they do. This is May 18th and 19th. And this is going to be over at the Doubletree by Hilton Minneapolis Airport. And we're going to talk all about this in a little bit. It's going to be a fantastic weekend. But before that, first of all, Char Savoy, welcome to Ghostbox Radio.
Hey, how you doing? Thanks for having me back.
Oh my gosh, thank you very much for being on. It's been a while. I feel like I think the last time we had you on was probably February when you were on the last time with Maria.
I think so. Yeah, it's been that long.
My goodness, it has been very long. And so basically, for the most part, our trip down to Atchison, Kansas, we investigated the McIntyre Villa, which was an incredible. I've really enjoyed it quite a bit. This was kind of in a small way, a kind of an opportunity for the people who have taken our class. Not everyone who was there had taken our class, but we really tried, and that was one of the things that we talk about quite a bit is making it available for people who've taken our paranormal class before to have the opportunity to check out these new locations. And I think they liked it.
I think they did too. It was kind of fun to get them out somewhere completely different that I don't think anybody had been there other than you and a couple other people that were there. But as far as student wise goes, none of them had been there. I hadn't been there. So it was kind of fun and exciting to try something new. And, everybody kept asking me like, what goes on there? What happens? I'm like, I don't know. I had no idea. So it was kind of fun for me too.
I think it's funny about that is I don't think we still really know what goes on there, to be honest. I feel like that the location I thought is a very good location, and I will go back again. I just don't feel like that, a lot of the places, such as, say, for example, the Palmer and other places, they have these spirits that we know that are part of the lore of the place and whatnot. And McIntyre doesn't really have that, to be honest.
No, not really. Even when Stephanie was giving us the tour and talking about the history and, who could be there and, who had lived there, who had died there, all the things like that, it still felt like there was just more than that happening. Like there was just so much more that just was like, we didn't hear about that, we didn't hear about this person or, that things like that. So it was kind of fun and exciting. It was just like a surprise party because you had no idea what was going to happen. Basically, you just kind of went in a room and like, hey, we're here, kind of thing.
Who's there? And I don't think because I think I've been there about 6 or 7 times, and I don't think that I have ever been there and had like a same spirit reach out to me or me reach out to the same spirit. It's been like very different every time, and I find that in some ways a little unnerving because you just don't really know what you're going to get there. But at the same time, I never felt like there's anything bad there or anything. It's just a lot of stuff happening.
Yeah, no, nothing felt, bad, or I don't even want to use that word, but, angry or malevolent or whatever. Nothing like that at all. It's just more curiosity and, wanting to say hi and be a part of the group kind of thing. And everybody, the weird part about it was, or not weird, but the cool part is like you could have a group of people that went into a space and they all had a different experience.
Yeah. Yeah. We were down. So Saturday, we came in and meaning John, Ben, and I, we went down to the basement in the afternoon. And Austin was with us as well. And it was very quiet, not a whole lot going on. But then, like, I know Lisa and the people, whoever she went down with, and I don't remember, they were having just experience after experience after experience down there, and they were really excited about that. So to your point, it was different for everybody every time.
It was, and that was the cool part. It's like you'd hear somebody go, we just went here and this happened. Then the next group, we just went here and that happened. And we're like, did you guys go to the same place? You're kind of like, yeah. What? So it was cool. And I think the really fun part about it too is no matter where anybody in the group went, they had an experience, and so it was, again, that's not normal. And that's not something that you should expect every time you go somewhere, but they were all getting interactions no matter where they were within the house.
They really were. And it was also fun from a perspective of how we are teaching classes. And there are some people that came in that haven't taken the class, but everybody was welcome and everybody worked together and investigated together. And that is really fun to see. That it's just, you and I mean, I think you investigated Friday night. I don't think you investigated that much Saturday. I certainly didn't. I mean, but it just like, you could just see like all the kids going out to play, right?
Yeah.
It was really fun. It was
It
really
was
good.
fun. And just to see them walk back into where we were sitting, just their eyes lit up and smiling, oh my God, you're not going to believe what happened. And blah, blah, blah. It was just like, they were just so excited. It was so fun to just sit back and watch them enjoy it and have fun with it. And I think the best part about it is we had 16 people there, right?
Yeah.
And, they all mingled and they all melded together and they all investigated together. And it just, there was no awkwardness or hey, come with me. They were just all ready to go with whoever was available. And it just was cool to watch them like just be a group no matter where they were.
It really was. And just not to overwhelm people with stuff that's going on, but our next class for the paranormal that we teach, getting into it and learning some great skills to be a paranormal investigator, learning how to kind of have your energetic metaphysical side coexist with the paranormal side, which they're all the same anyway. We're starting our next class Monday, June 3rd.
Totally.
And you can go to charvinity.com and go to classes, and you can sign up for classes. There's a 6-week course. Everybody who has taken it, I have not heard anybody say a bad thing about that. And we have had now a lot of people take this class.
We have, I think, what are we up to, like 38, I think?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and it's just fun. And that's what I like about it too, is we gave them an opportunity to learn or to use what they learned in the class and to go somewhere and have fun with it and to be a community. And I think that was just like the best part of it. It's like, instead of just saying, here's some information, we walked you through like the whole entire process. And then to watch people implement that and to people do it. And then to have them go as a group and have a good time investigating together, I thought was so much fun. And road trips, I mean, who doesn't love a road trip, right? And I think the shenanigans, the camaraderie, the groups, all the fun that everybody had together, I think was just, that was worth it in itself,
I would agree. Nicole says it was a great time investigating with awesome people. Full disclosure, Nicole has taken the class. Linda also said, I enjoyed your class that I took. Linda Judd did take the class as well. So, yeah, I mean, it's not meant to be a paid programming about the class, but, I always get people, and I'm sure you do too, Shar, how do I investigate with you guys? How do I do this and that? Well, I mean, this is a great way to do so and also learn great skills, and,
right.
and like you said, and I think that's something that is kind of overlooked is, there's a community that has been created from the class amongst the people who've taken the class and how they work together and how they, some participate more than others, and that's fine. That's the great part about it. You can do it however you want, but those who really are getting into it, they're working with people from the very first class to the very last class or somewhere in between, and that's like you said, Char, that's the fun part about it all.
Right. And I think that's the part that gets missed, is people don't quite understand why our class is 6 weeks long versus an hour or a 2-hour class. Yeah. Because we want you to build that bond so that when you go out and investigating, you are the team, you are each other's support system. You learn about equipment, you learn about the supernatural aspect of it, you learn about your intuition, and you can't do that in a short period of time. And you have to grow together as a group, because that's part of investigating, is the safety of your team and knowing each other and having each other's back. And I know personally, and I know you as well, if I just go and investigate, I don't like to go investigate with people I don't know. I need to know somebody has my back.
No, absolutely. And, I didn't investigate much this weekend, and partially because I've been there so many times. I want the people who are coming out there and who have really matured and grown as investigators. I want to see what they come up with. And I don't mean that in a let's see what you've learned. I just want to see how excited they are and the cool stuff that they get. And I don't think that was disappointing at all for any of us.
I don't think so. I love the group that we have that have formed friendships, like literally friendships, that these people are like out there doing things on their own together now as friends, and I know me and you have made some really amazing friendships in this group as well. And it's not a one and done. You're stuck with us for life now.
You really are. Carol Olson asked the question, where do we find out about these classes and where are the classes at? Sounds fantastic. Let me just say they are fantastic. If you don't mind me saying so. I'm going to put the link in the break if I can move fast enough to so that you can do that. It's charvinity.com. You go to classes. It's the exploring the, what is it called again?
Paranormal Dimensions and the Supernatural.
Thank you. Exploring is the name of the group.
Yes.
So yeah. And you can go there, and the next class starts June 3rd. As far as where the classes are at, there's a physical location, but there's also a virtual. Thank you, Linda, for putting it into the comments. There's also a virtual option as well, so that if you're unable to come in, and we also record the classes if you miss anything as well. So we would love to have you, Carol. We really would. And anyone else who is interested in this. We're going to have a couple more minutes before we go to break. I want to kind of point out that you did a ton of sightseeing while over the weekend. I mean, are you exhausted right now? Because I'm exhausted.
I am exhausted. I am. And I don't know what they grow in Kentucky, but allergies were intense for so many people. And I actually looked it up.
Do you even think it's Kansas? Do you even think it's Kansas that it was, not Kentucky? You don't even know what state you went to.
I went to Kansas.
You said Kentucky, though.
Did I say Kentucky? Oh, shoot. See? I don't know what's wrong with me. No, but Kansas is the top 5 states for allergies.
Okay.
And I know by Saturday night, a lot of us were like really struggling with being stuffed up and other stuff. So I'm hoping everybody else is good to go and on the track for being back to normal.
Well, and this has just been really, like I said, I'm exhausted, and like you got the link to join me like 5 minutes before. Normally you get it like much, it's just like, and you're asking me like, how are we going to do this tonight? Please don't, it's just really tough.
I just stop and go, is it Tuesday? Am I supposed to do this today? Like, what's happening?
None of us know, right? None of us know. Now, real fast, now you went to the Sally House, which we could talk about, but I'm more interested in you talking a little bit about the other places in St. Joseph, Missouri that you went to. Were really cool sounding.
Yeah, there was quite a few places. It was a really cool town. I loved it. So we went. First of all, we stayed in a haunted mansion. They didn't really quite advertise that, but it ended up being a haunted mansion. And it was in the Museum Hill area, which all kinds of really historical mansions and stuff that were absolutely gorgeous. And we've had some experiences there. And then we went to the Jesse James house where he was killed, and that was a little intense. And then we also went to the Pony Express Museum, which is just packed with I don't even know how many artifacts from like the 1800s, from so many walks of life. There was so much stuff in there. It was insane, but it was beautiful. But there was some energy shifting going on in there too. So we kind of had like a paranormal weekend, like all weekend long. And I think the most paranormal thing about the whole weekend was my tacos were horrible.
Your tacos were they were horrible over at Lopez, huh? I probably shouldn't have named them.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Well, okay. I didn't, mine was fine. Mine was fine. But it's weird because I had a late lunch, of course, and we went to that barbecue place, the Sweet Racks, which on the outside looks like, like, do we really want to go in there? And they know this. We talked about it with them, but you have the food and it's utterly fantastic. They're called Sweet Rack Barbecue. in Atchison, and they were great. So of course we had a ton of those. And then we wanted to make sure that we met up with everybody for dinner just for the sake of being the camaraderie and stuff.
Right.
You would think that I would order maybe nothing, right? You'd think that, oh, Greg has had a full rack, half rack of ribs. I only had 2 bones from it, but still they were big. Maybe I would not eat so much. And no, I ordered enchiladas and they're like, what do you want, beans and rice? I'm like, no, I don't like that stuff. And they're like, well, what if we add a 3rd enchilada? Okay. So yeah, now that it's smartness on my end as usual when it comes to food. So, I got a question. Linda asked if I think the class has been added to your website, hasn't it?
It is. It should be.
Because she's saying it's not, but we'll obviously check into it. I'm sure, it's whatever. I don't know anymore. It's technology, right? It's
right.
Who knows? I don't even know if this is a reality at the moment. So why don't we go do this? Because I want to start talking about the fair and everything coming up. So let's take our first break. When we come back, we're going to talk about Charvinity fairs. We're going to talk about the events that are coming up, as well as talk about any questions you have. If you have any for Char, you are watching Ghostbox Radio on AM 950.
Are you one of thousands of individuals who know you have psychic abilities but don't know how to tap into your higher self? Refined Divine is an extremely gifted psychic medium who offers classes that can help you reach your goals. Refined Divine holds classes Monday and Thursday at her 2 locations and via Zoom. Classes consist of manifestation, learning psychic abilities, shadow work, and healing trauma. Refined Divine has helped thousands, and she can help you.
This is Psychic Medium Deb. You can go to refineddivinepsychic.com.
Greg Bakken here. Like you, I love good, fresh, delicious food. So I want to tell you about this treasure in Roseville called Maverick's Real Roast Beef. Maverick's has the best roast beef sandwiches I've ever had. Made fresh every order. Add fries or onion rings dropped in the fryer when ordered, and you have a winning combination. Maverick's Real Roast Beef has a lot more than roast beef, so check out their website, mavericksbeef.com, or check out their restaurant on Lexington in Roseville.
Come on out to the Charvinity Psychic and Healing Fair in collaboration with Maria Shaw Minneapolis Convention, May 18th and 19th at the Doubletree by Hilton Minneapolis Airport Hotel, formerly known as the Marriott Airport Hotel. The Charvinity Psychic and Healing Fair features a selection of highly skilled and exceptional local psychic readers, healers, and practitioners, ensuring a wide array of premium services like Reiki, past life regression, and so much more. All practitioners offer something unique to help you. You can pre-book practitioners before going to the event and even possibly win a gift basket by visiting 5 or more practitioners at the fair. Also, if you pre-book and prepay for a 30-minute session, you get a weekend pass for Maria's classes for free, normally a $59 value. And the first 25 people who show up Saturday and Sunday will get a free gift bag. Charvinity Psychic and Healing Fair is May 18th and 19th at the Doubletree by Hilton, Minneapolis Airport, 9 to 5 both days. It's only $10 to get in. Visit charvinityfairs.com for all the details.
Did you know that spiritual awakening is not all love and light? Surprise! Inner demons, ego deaths, and tower moments are on the horizon. But while life might hand you some harsh lessons, we've got the antidote to soothe your weary soul. Why not try a dragon's blood bath? Or schedule a Reiki aura repair? With books, herbs, talismans, candles, and more, we put the Shazam in shadow work. Visit Magus Books at 1848 Central Avenue Northeast in Minneapolis or magusbooks.com.
The Tilted Tiki, located in downtown Stillwater, helps you get your tropical tiki vibe on with a large selection of fantastic tasting tiki cocktails served in unique and fun glasses, a menu of delicious food ranging from small bites, craft tacos, sandwiches, and more. Plus, don't forget they have live music Wednesday through Saturday nights. Located in downtown Stillwater, the Tilted Tiki is your tropical relaxation restaurant in Minnesota. Visit thetiltedtiki.com.
This Wednesday on Ghostbox Radio with Greg Bakken, tune in for one-question readings with the highly acclaimed psychic medium, Refined Divine, who can answer questions about love, life, and connecting with past loved ones. Get a potentially life-changing reading by calling
doesn't answer the question I've had all my life.
Delve into the exceptional talents of Refined Divine at refinedivine.com and experience her live Wednesday at 10 p.m. for psychic medium Refined Divine on Ghostbox Radio. Linda Judd. That class is very much on Charvinity's page, and I put the link into the comments. I appreciate you looking, Linda, but you may need stronger glasses or something, because they are there. It's under the class, and it's it's like the third one down or something like that, starting June 3rd. Once again, the class is called Paranormal Dimensions and the Supernatural, and the start date is going to be June 3rd. That's a Monday, and it will be going subsequent Mondays until whatever the 6 weeks is. And then also that's going to be at Divine Lights. We'll talk to you a little bit more about that. But also there is a virtual option as well if you want to come in. And Linda, I think you're missing the thread. I see class in June 2024, Paranormal Dimensions and the Supernatural. Yeah, that's what we've been talking about, Linda. Yeah, so bless you. Linda and I have this kind of tug of war going on anyway. So if people are listening like, geez, Greg, no, it's all good. So welcome back to Ghostbox Radio. Now that we got that figured out, let's talk about something else. Linda just like, well, I came in late. All right, Linda, that's fine. I appreciate you helping us out. So I want to talk about, a couple things. We talked a little bit in February when you came on with Maria about the Charvinity fairs and the role you've taken on, because we've had you and Maria on a number of times since I started going nightly here and talking about the fair and stuff. So would you tell us a little?
Are you one of thousands?
Oh, hitting the wrong buttons. You're gone for one day and you don't know how to, do a radio show anymore. This is what I wanted to do. There we go. My gosh. For those who are watching on Facebook, it's quite the show. Char, why don't we talk about Charvinity Psychic and Healing Fair with Maria Shaw, Minneapolis Convention?
Yeah, so it's going to be next weekend, May 18th and 19th, over at the DoubleTree by Hilton, Minneapolis Airport. It used to be the Marriott, so it's the exact same place. They just changed brands. Both days, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Maria comes in and she does lectures and classes and a crossing over gallery. She has a separate ticket for her stuff. And this time, her husband, Joe Lawson, is coming, and he's doing a couple classes, so he has tickets for that as well. But at the same time that she's doing classes, which they don't go all day long, but they kind of go throughout the day, each day, we have about 24 healers, readers, all kinds of different things happening in the ballroom where you can go in and get some services done. And you can, they're both days, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. as well. $10 to get into the psychic fair, and then you get to go in and you get to shop. And Maria brings some of the prettiest crystals I've ever seen. Yes, and so you get to go in and shop. You get to go see the practitioners. And then also there's some lectures that are included in that $10 admission as well that are happening throughout the weekend. So there's a lot that you get for that $10, but it is a separate ticket from Maria's. So I think that gets a little confusing, but we have so many different types of services that are going to be there. I'm so excited for this. We have tarot card readers, oracle card readers. We have a past life regressionist. We have Reiki healers. We have ancestral healing. We have healing with frequencies with tuning forks. We have biofeedback, chakra and aura imaging and reports. We have light language. We have Renee, who's going to be there, who's a nurse. She's doing IV infusions. So if you want to get a boost in your immunity or something else, she'll personalize it for you. She also has injections of different vitamins or different things that you want to get to. So that's a really cool thing that we have going on with that. I'm trying to think. We have cranial psychotherapy, emotion code, palmistry, so many things. I can't even remember all of them, but I tried really specifically to get a huge variety of things, that there's always something different for you to do, which is what I love about this group.
Yeah, and I was going to bring that up too. That was something that, since you and I talk quite a bit, that was something that you've always said, that you wanted to really make sure that it wasn't a lot of the same modalities, it wasn't a lot of the same type of practitioners, because it's one of those communities that everyone should grow together, and if there's too much of the same thing, then that doesn't really help everybody as well. I also want to say too, I think it's really important, because I wasn't really sure understanding, and I've been to a number of these, that the Maria Shaw Convention and the Charvinity, they're separate things, separate amounts, but they're sharing the same space. They are cooperating together. They're part of the same thing, but separate at the same time. So you just want to kind of keep keep mindful of that, I guess.
Exactly. And if you go to, the charvinityfairs.com website, you'll see a ticket link to get to Maria's and Joe's tickets. The $10 for the Charvinity Fair is at the door. There's not a prepaid ticket for that. But you can prepay for Maria's tickets, or you can pay for them at the door too, but there are separate tickets.
Right. And if you just go over to the site, which for those on Facebook, I have it up right now. You can see not only does it tells you all the practitioners that are going to be there, as well as the agenda for Saturday and Sunday. And it also, like Sharda said, it gets you the links to get the tickets and everything else. So it's like right here. So it's very clear. And I put that link into the comments for those who want to check it out. It's Shar, I'm constantly very impressed by the work that you put into these. So I mean, it's very clear, and I think there does need to be some kind of clarity on this a little bit, and I think you do an amazing job with that.
Well, thank you. And there's the other thing too is there's called the digital guide, and you can flip through it, and each person will have a link that you can click on to contact them to pre-book. And Maria has kindly offered anybody that pre-books and prepays a 30-minute session with a practitioner gets a free pass to her classes. And her classes are phenomenal. You get such a wealth of information with them. And that doesn't include those classes, but that includes the Crossing Over Gallery, which Maria is an incredible psychic medium. Yeah. So gifted and talented. But she also is an astrologist, and she's going to talk about the luckiest day of the year. They're going to do like manifesting, like all kinds of wonderful, amazing information that you want to get your hands on.
Yeah. And I've experienced the Crossover Gallery. That was fun. And I mean that in a very, in more of a meaningful way than just like, oh, it was fun. It was fun to see how it worked, but it was also highly emotional and beautiful. And then also I wanted to say that I've gotten work done at the fair. A couple of the practitioners, one that literally changed my life in a sense. That's because she helped so much with getting something off of me. That was very cool. I got a couple questions here. Where are we for time? Okay. Nancy asked the question, does Maria's offer include the infusion therapy pre-registrations?
Yes. So you can pre-register with Renee. She's doing the infusions. If you pre-register and prepay with Renee, you do get the pass for Maria's classes. And Renee is one of the ones that I would say you probably want to pre-book for sure with her, because she's going to fill it fast.
She will. Absolutely, she will. Thank you for that, Nancy. Linda had the question regarding Maria. I'm assuming for the Crossover Gallery, was she channeling?
Everybody has a different way of what channeling means to them. So she just connects to spirit and loved ones, and she gives messages, whether it be spirit guides or your past loved ones. So she's giving messages or intuitive messages at the same time.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that when she does those galleries, she invites practitioners, if they're not busy, to join in that as well. So even though, and I mean, she's just like, she is quick, she's spot on, but she shares the stage with other people, other practitioners who, if they're getting messages, if they're getting different messages, that they're going to be able, it's a really, that it makes it a very a full experience, I think.
Absolutely. Maria's very supportive. And I just love working with her and teaming up with her. We kind of see things the same way, which is really helpful, but she is very supportive and kind and very generous with her time. And she wants to highlight the people that are at the fair. She wants them to be successful. And so she wants to put them in the limelight and see, have people notice them and go to them. So I really enjoy it for multiple reasons.
It is. And, it's interesting because when I go out there, I see a lot of the same people, and I mean that in a good way because it's nice to see them. But then more and more, like especially the one in February, seemed like a lot of new people I hadn't seen before, and a lot of people having a good time out there. And it's you kind of, and I forgive me for saying this, part of me is like, what are you going to do out there for 2 days? The ballroom is pretty, it's like, and here they're there every day and they're immersed, they're completely immersed in all the experiences. And I think that says something to the fact that you aren't trying to get a lot of the same practitioners. So everyone's getting a chance to see a different sort of perspective, and they go from person to person. Do you want to talk a little bit about the gift basket?
Yeah, so we have what's called a loyalty card. Excuse me. And if you see 5 practitioners, you pay for a session with them. Your card will fill up. You bring it back to the front desk, and it'll go into a drawing for a gift basket. And this gift basket is roughly somewhere around $300 worth of products and stuff. So it's an amazing offer, but it's so worth going around to see all the practitioners and to get a reading, a healing, a past life regression, an IV infusion. I mean, you literally can get like everything in a one weekend. Like it's not just 5 readings, but you could do 5 completely different things and get like a full healing from mind, body, and spirit, totally. And all of the practitioners I know personally, I know them, and that's why they're there. And I try really hard, like I said, to pick a variety of people, but I also at the same time, with being an intuitive myself, that when people come in and I'm like, what are you looking for today? I can help guide them to the right person. Like intuitively, I go, ooh, it sounds like that you should see this person or that you should see this person. And I'll walk them over and introduce them to them and, and whether they get a session with them or not. But I pride myself on being very personal and making it a very personal experience from start to finish.
I love that. I absolutely love that. Why don't we go ahead? Let's take our second break. When we come back, I want to talk more about the fair. I want to talk more about my involvement in the fair when we come back. And any questions that you have about it or the work that Shar does, put it in the comments. You're listening to Ghostbox Radio on AM 950.
Need a stone to change your luck or break a curse? Try Larvikite, known for its hex-breaking powers. Need an herb to repel negative spirits? Try Rue, used to repel demons and jinn. Want to create a decoy so black magic can't touch you? Make a witch bottle. For more magical advice, visit Magus Books in Minneapolis. We've got the tools and the expert advice you need to succeed against the dark arts. Find us at 1848 Central Avenue Northeast in Minneapolis or at magusbooks.com.
This Wednesday on Ghostbox Radio with Greg Bakken, tune in for one-question readings with the highly acclaimed psychic medium, Refined Divine, who can answer questions about love, life, and connecting with past loved ones. Get a potentially life-changing reading by calling.
I can answer the question I've had all my life.
Delve into the exceptional talents of Refined Divine at refinedivine.com and experience her live Wednesday at 10 p.m. for psychic medium Refined Divine on Ghostbox Radio.
The Tilted Tiki, located in downtown Stillwater, helps you get your tropical tiki vibe on with a large selection of fantastic tasting tiki cocktails served in unique and fun glasses, A menu of delicious food ranging from small bites, craft tacos, sandwiches, and more. Plus, don't forget they have live music Wednesday through Saturday nights. Located in downtown Stillwater, the Tilted Tiki is your tropical relaxation restaurant in Minnesota. Visit thetiltedtiki.com. Greg Bakken here. I've told you about the out-of-the-world roast beef sandwiches at Maverick's Real Roast Beef, but I haven't told you about their Philly steak sandwiches, turkey bacon avocado sandwich, BLT, crispy chicken, fish sandwiches, brisket, or pulled pork. Okay, you get the idea. They make a lot of delicious food to the same standard as their famous roast beef sandwiches, and now I'm starving. I'm going to go to Maverick's Real Roast Beef off Lexington and Roseville, and you need to go too. Check out their menu at mavericksbeef.com. Have you ever met someone who not only can help you on a deep spiritual level, but also potentially change your life? Refined Divine is an extremely gifted psychic medium who travels the nation and lives right here in the Midwest. And she offers mediumship, mentorship, house and business parties, energy healing, palm readings, and so much more. Refined Divine has helped thousands, and she can help you.
Hi, this is Psychic Medium Deb. I cannot wait to hear from you. You can go to refineddivinepsychic.com.
Come on out to the Charvinity Psychic and Healing Fair in collaboration with Maria Shaw Minneapolis Convention, May 18th and 19th at the Doubletree by Hilton Minneapolis Airport Hotel, formerly known as the Marriott Airport Hotel. The Charvinity Psychic and Healing Fair features a selection of highly skilled and exceptional local psychic readers, healers, and practitioners, ensuring a wide array of premium services like Reiki, past life regression, and so much more. All practitioners offer something unique to help you. You can pre-book practitioners before going to the event and even possibly win a gift basket by visiting 5 or more practitioners at the fair. Also, if you pre-book and prepay for a 30-minute session, you get a weekend pass for Maria's classes for free, normally a $59 value. And the first 25 people who show up Saturday and Sunday will get a free gift bag. Charvinity Psychic and Healing Fair is May 18th and 19th at the Doubletree by Hilton, Minneapolis Airport, 9 to 5 both days. It's only $10 to get in. Visit charvinityfairs.com for all the details.
And as mentioned in the commercials, Psychic Medium Refined Divine will be with us tomorrow for one question readings. As you all know, when you try to get in, that we do prefer taking the phone calls over the stuff in the comments, because there's a lot of comments that come through. If you want to get to the front of the line, you give us a call tomorrow. So tune in. We'll give you that number. Those are a lot of fun. Right now, Adam is actually probably at his house flexing the phone so that he can answer it when you call in, and that's how that's going to go. I can't wait. Our guest tonight is Char Savoy, not only a very talented psychic medium and very gifted. She is the owner of Metamorphosis Connection. She's the owner of Charvinity. She's the owner of Charvinity Fairs. She's going to own you someday. Don't you wait. But we're talking about this amazing fair that is coming up. Before we get into that, Char, I just want to say I'm something a little off topic here, but I'm very excited. You know what? I did do something interesting today.
What did you do?
So I found a missing episode of Ghostbox Radio that had never aired. And you know who the guest was? Of all shows to never air, the guest was Jeff Belanger.
Yes, and you know why I know that you found that? Because I'm on your Facebook page and I got the notification for it.
You would get the notification for it. Yes. I added it exclusively to my Patreon. I'm not going to run it ever on air because that time is over, but it's a really good episode. That's some of the stuff that we do on Patreon. I put the link into the comments if anyone's interested in supporting, because the work that the money I get from that, I put back towards like books and stuff for guests. Because not every guest will give you a book, and I do try to read as much as possible. So it goes back into that so I can afford the books and whatnot. But also we try to include some exclusive stuff, and I'm really excited about that one because it never got the light of day of being on the radio. So that's how it goes, I guess. There you go. I don't know what else. It starts as low as $3 a month, folks. It's if you're listening on the radio and are interested in checking it out, go to patreon.com/Ghostbox Radio and see the different tiers and what we offer. And it's been really fun. I'm slowly uploading about 400 episodes of past of paranormal and ufology and Bigfoot conversations. So it's pretty cool. Now, one of the things, that we didn't mention about the fair on May 18th and May 19th, which kind of blows the whole thing out of the water, is I am going to be doing a live episode in front of anyone who wants to show up, if there's an audience, which you never know, of Ghostbox Radio. During the time that I would normally rerun one of my best ofs, we're going to do it Sunday, May 19th at 4:05 p.m. And I think our plan is, first of all, come out, enjoy the fair. If you are listening, come on out, pay the $10, pay whatever Maria is offering, because all of it is so worth it. And then support the practitioners in there, and then enjoy an episode live, going over live over the air, of us doing an episode of Ghostbox Radio at 4:05 on Sunday. And we're going to do Q&A, and we're going to have some of the practitioners, if they're not busy, which hopefully they are, to be honest, come in and answer questions and be part of the show. And maybe Maria might join in, or certainly I think Shar, hopefully you're going to be joining in, Shar. You're going to be there?
Yes, I will. Yeah, so I'm super excited for that. So that Sunday, like you said, that's included in the $10 fee for Charvinity Fair. And then there's and I'm really excited that you're going to do this, because you've been a really big supporter of the fair, and like you'll have a table there all weekend too. So come on out and talk to Greg on Saturday as well, and come check out what he has going on at his table. So I really appreciate that you're doing this and that you're always there and being very supportive. The other thing we have with the Charvinity ticket is there's 3 other sessions that you can go to throughout the weekend. One is on on Saturday, and it's going to be at I believe oh my gosh, in the afternoon. Now I'm blanking out. It's at 3:45 on Saturday. It was Casey Constant. She's a QHHT practitioner. She's going to do a whole past life regression group style for the whole group, so you can go in and join that. That's going to be amazing. She's fantastic at what she does. And Sunday, Nancy at 1:00, who is a phenomenal healer, absolutely incredible. She's going to talk about transforming your goals into reality. And then at 2:00 is Paul David, who is talking about everyday tarot and how you can use your tarot deck that you might already have and kind of get some hints and tricks on how to use it. So it's going to be really cool. So those are included in the fair. And then of course at 4:05 on Sunday is your live broadcast, which I think everybody should come sit in on and be a part of.
I agree. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and it's so cool too, because we're going to have people in the audience, and just the vibe of that is always so much fun. And like when we did it at the McIntyre Villa on Friday night, we had people who we didn't want to stop them from investigating, but they were kind enough to take time out of their investigation and sit with us, and it was really a lot of fun. And that just changes the vibe of everything as well, very much so.
It was kind of fun because like a couple people went down to kind of watch you do your live show, and the next thing we know, the whole group was watching you do the show, and it was just like you had like a whole live audience right there in the little dining room.
It was fun. It was a lot of fun, even with some of the technical difficulties. But that's what we do. We roll through it and we have fun. And Steph was great. And so yeah, we're going to be doing that. We'll have a mic set up so people asking questions, we can hear them on the air. And and here's the thing too. You mentioned like I'm going to have a table and stuff there, which I will. I will be very honest, as someone who is in a sense, because of the paranormal side of it, I'm kind of one of the only ones, apart from Joe, who's going to be there, Maria's husband, kind of in a sense a bit of an outsider, so to speak. Now I don't mean that in a negative way, because I'm really not, but my point is that everybody, all the practitioners there have been so good welcoming me into that community. Every time I sit next to, and I'm generally sitting next to different people every time, they've been so kind, so generous with their time. We talk a lot. And then a lot of people come in and they talk to me about paranormal, and they talk to me about their experiences, which I love to hear. So it's such a good vibe at this fair every single time. I've never gone where it's just like, oh, things are really off. No, I've never experienced that. It's so much fun every single time.
Yeah, it's very, very welcoming and inclusive. And I think I love that part of it where because Joe and Maria do the metaphysical and the paranormal, that vibe is already there. And so it's very welcoming, and you were been kind of embraced by everybody. And there's lots of times I'll see like a downtime where somebody doesn't have somebody, and all of a sudden they're running across the room to go over and talk to you about something. And I love that. And
right.
It's been a lot of fun to see everybody really embrace that being a part of it. And so you fit right in. You do.
I do. I feel it very much. Now, I see that if I'm not mistaken, is Joe's Extreme Seance, is that the Spirit Box one?
Yes. Yep. And that's first thing on Saturday morning.
And I hear that he's, because I haven't seen it, but everybody who comes out of it has said that it is literally phenomenal. Like the voices are so clear, everything is so good on that. I just I might check that out. I might not, only because I might want to stick at my table. But I've urged anyone who is into Spirit Box like I am, that's a great reason to come down. Also, it's part of the Maria ticket plan, but it's there, and you don't hear anything that clear very often. So definitely, if you like it, come on down and check it out. I love it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's going to be a really good group of people. So many local practitioners that are going to be there. They're just phenomenal. And honestly, the only time you'll get to see them is at the fair, because that's what they come for. That's what they do. They practice at the fair. So, and that's the thing too, is I want the practitioners to embrace their identity and who they are. And, it's about them and what they do and their gifts and their talents.
Boy, I think that's a really good point too, because I never really think of the fact that you're right, that they are they're all about not all of them have a shop, not all of them have an office, and even let alone the fact that some of them are they're going to be from another state. So the only time you really get to see them, unless you book something special, is coming out there. I'm thinking of like Reverend Cindy, coming out and doing the tarot cards reading and stuff. And I've had readings from her, and they've been spot on, and they've been and it's not just like you'll have, good luck. It's like, no, these are very pointed. And I love it when a tarot card reader or medium says to me, you may not like what we have to say. Not that they read something ahead of time, but they're going to be very honest about it. And that's why I love it. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. And they're very authentic in what they do. And I love that about them.
They really are. And so, there's going to be a lot out there. And, once again, just check out the website, charvinityfairs.com, and see everything that's going on. And also, I would like to remind folks to like your page on Facebook, Charvinity. And then you've started, like you and I kind of started at the same time, to use this thing called Twitter again. Well, it's X now, I guess, right?
Right.
So hard to get anyone to track on that. As far as I'm concerned, I'm posting stuff daily, and it's like a desert out there. Like they don't, no one cares.
It'll always be Twitter, just like it's always Camp Snoopy.
Now I have to admit, I don't always think of that as Camp Snoopy, but then again, I go out of my way not to go to the Mall of America, I guess. So there is that as well. But I never understood why that had to change. I mean, and there are people like me that refuse to call it X. It doesn't, what kind of name is one letter? I'm sorry. I don't know. Anything else you have going on that you have a lot going on.
Just a lot busy with work. Lots of classes coming up, lots of things going on over at the charvinity.com, just in general. Teaching classes every week, 3 days a week, pretty much something different every day. And And then, working over at Divine Lights in Anoka, doing in-person readings and healings, all kinds of stuff.
Generally
Not
kicking
sleeping.
ass.
Some days.
That's what I'm hearing. That's the word on the street, as far as I can hear, is that it's generally that. And we're going to have on, I think, a week from tomorrow. You're going to be back because you just can't stay away. It's too much fun on Ghostbox Radio.
Right.
And then Maria is going to be with us as well, and that's
Yes.
always fun because she does give us a little bit of insight into some astrology stuff, which, like you said, she's pretty amazing at that.
Oh, she is. And the thing about Maria is she's known this her whole entire life. Her mother was an astrologer, so it's just normal to her. And so she literally can just give you information just like she breathes air, which just fascinates me beyond reality.
That's a great way of putting it, because like earlier when Linda asked, is she channeling? It's like, to me, that's not channeling, but the messages are coming in, and it, like you said, it's like she's, like, if you will, sort of like reading a book and just reading what's on the page, and there's no
hesitation.
It's incredible, and it's not like, oh, the kind of resonates. No, it's spot on. It is spot on, and it's really good. And then when you get any sort of astrology work from her, and she goes into the greatest details in terms of what this means for you, it's incredible. Just so talented.
It's never wrong. It's never wrong. Like, I've learned to, like, when she says something that relates to me, I'm like, I got to make a note of that because that's going to happen.
Right, exactly. Like it or not, it's going to happen. Once again, folks, sign up for this. Go over to charvinityfairs.com. Get all the information, ticket links, everything else that you need is there. Go to Charvinity on Facebook. Go to charvinity.com to see all of Char's classes, as well as Metamorphosis Connections. Char, thank you so much for joining me tonight.
Thank you for having me. I can't wait to see you next weekend.
Absolutely. Everyone take care. Tomorrow, Refine Divine. Everyone have a good night.